Well, everybody, it is Thursday. It's September 11th, 2025. Yeah, I've been gone for a few days, been busy, but I'm back. I'm excited to bring you the third in a trilogy, I guess, of these new Lay's flavors that are NFL tie ins. I guess they're supposed to replicate flavors of things that you would serve at a football party or possibly things that you can purchase at a football game. Now, I've never been to an NFL game. I've been to a Detroit Tigers game, and most of the stuff that it was just like shitty nachos with like cheese whiz over top, and then I think there you could get hot dogs and maybe a couple other things, popcorn or something like that. And then I've been to a couple NHL games, same stuff. So I don't know. Maybe in NFL they have like a more diverse selection. I guess it depends on the city. But anyways, these are cheesy buffalo dip lays. All right, so the first two were both some of the best lays that I've ever had. So the first one I tried were the hot sauce ones, the Frank's Red Hot. Delicious. Some of the best Lays that I've ever had in my life. And the number one hot sauce flavored chips that I've ever tried. The loaded nacho ones were really, really great too. Almost got an 8 from me, but I bumped them down to a 7.5 because they were kind of derivative of some other chips. It wasn't a completely original flavor. Let's try this one out. Cheesy buffalo dip. Alright, so what am I expecting to taste in here? Well, let's look at the photo. So it looks like this has some green onions on it. I should have taste some chicken flavoring in there. I should taste cayenne pepper sauce. I should taste sour cream. I'm assuming that's the sort of whiter, creamy stuff that's underneath the layer of cheese. So this is what I'm going to be looking for. Cheddar cheese, kind of a baked cheddar cheese flavor. Sour cream, sort of a cool tartness from the sour cream flavoring. Onioniness from the green onions, and some kind of chicken seasoning. Here we go. Now these are different from the first two as well. So the first one were just like straight potato chips. The second one, the loaded nachos, they were ridged potato chips. These are kettle cooked potato chips. Here we go. These look really, really nicely seasoned. Look at that. Lots of nice red seasoning on those. I'm excited to try these. I'm not normally a fan of kettle cooked chips, but if they're done right and seasoned properly, they can be just as delicious as regular potato chips. Here we go. These are good. No chicken flavoring in that at all. No onion flavoring in that either. I'm mostly tasting hot sauce and cheddar cheese. Maybe a little hint of sour cream, but it's mostly a hot sauce and cheddar cheese flavor. And it's not unpleasant, but I don't think that I'm tasting enough of the things that I was expecting to taste in there for me to call it authentic. They're just good. They're nice. Very well seasoned. There's lots and lots of flavor in every bite. The aged cayenne flavor is prominent and detectable. It's not just some cheap generic hot sauce flavor. There is a distinctive aged cayenne flavor in there. Very authentic. Authentic to the hot sauce, not necessarily to the full gamut of flavors that you would get from a cheesy buffalo dip that looks like this. Now, I guess I can't take points off for it not having any chicken flavoring in there because it doesn't say that it's a buffalo chicken dip. It just says it's buffalo dip. So maybe I guess you're supposed to dip chips in it. But anyways, I will not dock any points because it does not. It just says cheesy buffalo dip. There's no mention of chicken flavoring in there. I have made a buffalo dip before that had shredded rotisserie chicken in it. It was absolutely delicious. That's not what this is trying to be. It's just trying to be something with cheese and sour cream and buffalo sauce. One more little taste. They're good. They're very good. Really, the thing in there to taste is the cayenne pepper flavoring. It's very authentic. It's a nice hot sauce flavor. But I have a little problem with this. This is the third in this like NFL tie-in series for Lay's. There are too many parallels between that chip and the Frank's Red Hot original, like the first ones that I tried in the trilogy, if you want to call it that. The Frank's Red Hot original chips, yeah, they were the best hot sauce chips I've ever tried. These are also good, but they're just too similar. There's not enough of a differentiation of flavor in there for me to give this a really high rating. They are very good chips though, but they kind of fall into the sort of like a standard, slightly above average Lay's chips. So I'm going to give them a 6.5 for flavor. They're good. I feel like if you just took, like, maybe if you just had like a light creamy dip, almost like dip these just in like maybe even straight sour cream, they maybe could be bumped up to a 7. I have to think about that. Not a bad chip at all, but the weakest of those 3 Lay's flavors. But that's saying something because those other 2, I mean, this if the weakest one gets a 6.5 and we're talking about Lay's, that's far above the typical standard that I would have for that company. So I say get all 3 of them.